guys, welcome to the chat with Kay and Jay. I'm your favorite host, Jay.
And I'm Kay. On the chat, we discuss fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and anything in between.
Yes, we'll be talking about what's in, what's out, what's trending, and we can't wait to take you on this journey with us. So, are you ready?
I am ready. Let's get into it.
All right. So, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about women, protecting our women, and the whole topic of
Domestic
domestic violence and abuse towards women. So it is a very big,
and touchy.
touchy, and
Yeah.
important
Yeah.
and serious topic. So, we're just gonna give our views, or opinion, or appeal,
Yeah.
and just see how much we can make life better for each other, for women, and give more understanding as to how to navigate this whole situation of human
Yeah.
human beings and human
Yeah.
interaction.
So, firstly, I want to say abuse is not only physical, it's mental, psychological, you know, abuse come in many different ways.
Yeah, once you're doing something knowingly and consciously to hurt somebody, then it's abuse for me. But I mean, abuse can be, even if you don't know that you're doing it, but once it's made aware to you
Yeah.
that, hey, because to me that's the important part. So if I'm doing something to hurt you and I don't know,
Yeah.
then I don't know that I'm abusing you. But at the same time, the important part is speaking up, because I think that's where each person gets an understanding. Because if I'm doing something to hurt you and I don't know,
Yeah.
and you don't say nothing,
Yeah.
and I continue doing,
Yeah.
and you continue feel hurting, and you don't say anything, how will I know that it's abuse?
Yeah. But I think you will know if
That's what I'm saying. The important part is communication.
It's communicate,
So
yeah.
therefore, if now you communicate to me and say, Kanye, I don't like this. This hurts me. It's hurtful. I am now aware of that.
yeah. And if you keep doing it,
So if I, being aware of it, keep doing it and see you hurt and then find pleasure in it or continue to do it, then I'm abusing.
yeah. So let's talk about some situations, because we always just focus on the physical abuse in because people think if you're not being physically abused, you're not being abused. And no, a lot of people no, let me restate what I just said. A lot of people think if it's not physically abusive where it's obvious, they could just sit and deal with it and it'll change and they'll work on it and they'll work it out or whatever. Abuse is abuse. And once abuse starts, it will never stop.
I mean, it can stop. It can stop in a sense where, as I said, if you make it aware to me
Yes.
that I'm abusing you,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It will, once you are aware that it's abuse and you keep doing it, that means it's never going to stop.
it's never going to stop. And this is where it stops. And this is, for me, the most important part of the whole situation. And I know people gonna rebut and say it's hard to do. Yes, I know, I'm not saying it's easy to do, but if you're in an abusive situation, try to get out.
Yeah.
Try to get out.
How do you get out?
How-
Some people, it's hard for some people to get out.
Where I'm saying, I know
Yeah.
that's gonna come where it's gonna be hard, but this is what's on the table in front of you. Stay and die, or get hurt even more, or try to get out and save your life.
True. Okay. If it's not physically, right? Because physical abuse is just you cannot hide it.
Okay.
It's you physical.
Right.
So I'm not going to talk about the physical abuse right now. Let's pause that a little bit.
Okay.
Some women don't know they're being mentally abused. So honestly, some women think it's love.
But that's the thing though.
So how
That-
do you know
so-
when to walk away if you don't know?
That so it goes back to, all right. So we're doing two sides. So my first side would be when the person who's doing it don't know that it's abuse if you don't say something. Now you're bringing in the other part where the abusee
Yeah.
is being abused and don't know that it's abuse. I mean, if it that's tough, because if you don't feel abnormal or feel that what is being done to you is wrong, then you won't consider it abuse, and then there wouldn't be an abuse because he's doing it or she's doing it, you're taking it, and it don't seem off.
I know.
Then-
But let me tell you why I mention it, because sometimes, because we're talking about women, we're not talking
Okay.
about men. Okay? Men get abused. Honestly, more than more than we think.
The
But we're
thing
not
about-
talking about men.
All right, yeah,
We're talking about women.
we'll get to men
Man
later,
can't
because
wait.
that's a part that gonna complete the whole
Yeah.
pie.
So we're focusing on the women
Yes.
part of the abuse right
Yes.
now. So you have some women that are being mentally
Mm-hmm.
abused, psychologically abused, of course, physically abused. But
Mm-hmm.
what physical abuse, you're being physically abused, even though some women think that's love too.
Right.
But sometimes some women don't know that they're being mentally abused or
Mm-hmm.
being controlled, because control is still abuse.
Yes, but
Right.
I think
But
all right,
weird.
finish.
But
Yeah.
weird. So they don't know
Mm-hmm.
until somebody is around them and point that out. And then they realize. Because this is what they're used to, and they think that's the love. Oh, he just loved me, so he'll say
Right.
that. Because some people insult you and in a jokingly way, and you just take it as a joke, but it's really not. It's an insult, and it's an
Right.
abusive tone and whatever. But you are so used to it, or you're so used to the person saying, it's a joke, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. But somebody else comes around you and say, no, that is not a joke, that's an abuse. And sometimes it starts mentally, then it gets physical.
Yeah. I can see that.
You
but
understand?
but I totally
that's what I'm
understand.
talking about.
And the crazy thing about that makes it so hard
Mm-hmm.
is, as you say, so to me, what will have to be done to
Mm-hmm.
counter that, or make you aware of something that's abusive, that is abusive, but you don't know or think it's abusive, is understanding yourself, understanding a lot of things about yourself and life and socialization in general. So that's why, like, another important part where people talk about what's your love language.
Yeah.
I think that kind of,
What is your love language? Mine's affirmation. I did the test. It's an affirmation.
so mine is at the top. It's words of affirmation.
Yeah.
So we can, and then tied for second is physical touch and quality time.
Yeah.
So you have words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service last. But the reason I bring that up is when you're because for me, with words of affirmation, like verbal abuse, I respond to that quicker or pick that up quicker.
Yeah.
In the sense where, 'cause with words of affirmation, which is your love language at the same time, we like to be affirmed, we like to hear nice words, we like to be told,
I love attention, so
nice things. So therefore, you will easily pick up the abuse, because if somebody says something bad, not affirming, not constructive words, or words that make you feel hurt and broken down, then you can pick up that abuse right there and then, because it's going against your love language. Now, where it becomes tricky, where you say, not knowing, is say we touch on the physical touch part. Some women
think
like it rough. Cause that's the next thing that kind of make it tricky.
When you say like you're rough, you're talking about sex?
No, like just rough.
Some women like rough men, like
Rough treatment in the sense where, say for example, their
Or you mean a firm guy? Some women like a
physical.
firm.
Say let's say physical. Some people like
Because
like when a man grip them hard.
so some
Or-
women like that's dominant. Like some women like a dominant guy, but
Right.
some people abuse the dominance.
But
And
that's where
and that's where it gets physically
and
abusive.
that's where it
'Cause
becomes
I do like
because
a
that's where
dominant guy,
it
even though
becomes
I'm dominant.
confusing now, as you brought up in the
Yeah.
sense where you like physicality,
Yeah.
you like a physical strong man, you like to be thrown around and all of that stuff, but then when it's not out of love now,
But I think
You don't-
a woman would know. Well, some women.
that's what I'm saying.
would
It's
know if
it's a
differentiate, but-
confusion. It's a confusion where, as you say, because I'm going off based on what you say, some people are in this situation, are being abused, but don't know.
Yeah.
And that's where now you kind of would need like an intervention, like a friend where, as you say, somebody pointed out. So like say, your boyfriend or husband, rough you up or shake your heart or punch you, and you'll be like, yo,
Yeah, but
what
you
is
see,
he doing? That's
but-
and then you're gonna be like, nah, that's how we are. I love
but
it
I
rough,
don't
but
think-
then I would have to say, I understand that, but that
That's
don't
yeah.
feel out of love. You can probably look on the expression on the face where it's like if you can see the anger or no love, you say, hey, listen, no.
Yeah, but I
That don't look
think
right.
A dominant guy. I don't think like a punch or whatever. Like if you're like, get out of here, babes, or that's different.
No, but
from,
some people,
like,
but some people still play hard. Some people, you ever play pillow fight?
yeah, but that's
But
different.
then,
That's playing. I'm
but,
playing.
but I'm saying, so you talk about not understanding. You don't know. Sometimes people play rough, and that's what I'm saying. You kind of have to read
but
other
not every
things.
day you play rough. Some people play rough every day.
You don't know. I mean, listen. I've learned so much different things that people are into and like, and it blows my mind all the time. But at the end
But
of the day,
isn't that like okay? So a relationship like that, right? Say they do it every day and it rough, physical, or whatever. So that guy could genuinely probably be abusing you. You just think it's playtime.
I think it's play. But then that's what I'm like.
But that's why you should-
no,
you know
no.
what?
This is where the communication part comes in.
That's what I was about to say.
Because
in the beginning,
if you now starting to feel away and feel like, oh, I don't think this is play no more,
Yeah.
then you have to say pause, stick a pin. I don't.
but how
you
do you
punch.
stick, how do you stick a pin on something that is basically that's their norm now?
Yeah,
How do you
but
stick a
then
pin?
to me, if you're friends and partners, you should be able to talk about anything.
Okay.
So if
this is my take on that. So in the beginning of that relationship, I feel like there should be some bound because
but not all the time. But what I'm saying is, if say let's use both of us to make it simpler. Say we do all the rough thing that you say, and now I do it hard to you, and you one day be like, nah, that didn't feel like. Then you come to me and say, hey, honey, we're playing today, and you punch me a little hard. I didn't feel like that was our play thing. I don't like it.
I get that. I get that.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to
Yeah,
communicate
but it's not
it.
always smooth like that.
I mean,
That's what I'm trying to explain.
nothing
to
in
you.
life is smooth and
no, but that's what
easy.
I'm trying to say to you.
It's-
Like,
it's-
I could come to you, babe. The other day when we were playing, it was a little bit different and it was a little bit too rough. I don't really like that.
What's hard in saying that?
No, it's easy to say, but if it's not a healthy relationship, that's what I'm trying to say. Because we're talking about the picture perfect relationship.
But then
now.
no, we're not talking about picture perfect. We're talking about something that you say is a norm.
Yeah.
We're into
if
we're
I come
into
to you now,
playing
I'm like,
rough.
babe, that was a little bit rough or whatever. Okay, next time, or we just not do that or blah blah blah. And
Yeah,
then if it keeps happening,
it's simple.
It's abuse.
It's simple because if I so we're right here and I keep stepping on your toe, you're going disregard it. Could be like, oh, his foot just touching me and whatever. But if I stamp hard, then that's gonna be different. You're gonna say to me, hey, you were stepping on my toe, well, but you step on it kind of hard now. What happened?
So we should basically so listen. Your point is as soon as you notice
Feel hurt,
or feel the
And
first
it feels
sign,
different. It feels wrong.
Yeah.
Say
Say
something.
something. And if it keeps happening, try to walk.
Be-
Try
be-
to, try to
because
walk away from
that's your
it.
first record.
Yeah.
That's your first record of that. Because when it happened first, that's the best time to say something.
Yeah.
Because it's fresh. If it's in the moment or even a day after or when you get to process it, say it there and then so that you have a record of it. Both of you have a mental record. You can write it down if you want or whatever way you record things. You have a record of the first occurrence so that at this point, I
It's
know
made aware.
that
It's
it is
made
wrong.
aware.
You made it. We both are aware that it is wrong. So if it happens again, then you know that okay, then something is definitely wrong. And then if it happens a third time, because it's kind of tough. Where if it happens a second time, you want to give a chance and say okay, then all right. But then, as I use 3 strikes, I'll use a 3 strikes.
Yeah.
If a third time
Yeah.
it happens
It's no longer
the
a
same way
mistake or whatever.
right now you have to now take action where I said it first,
Yeah.
I probably said it twice, now a third time mean you don't really care at this point, and I will now have
Yeah,
to
but
protect
that's-
myself and
Yeah.
my life.
So that's a physical.
Right.
Right? And that's a subtle. That's how you say the word, right?
Subtle?
Subtle. That's a subtle physical. Because you have the bold and like bold.
I don't
physical
think
abuse.
any of it is subtle
No, that's a subtle way. Because if it's
of saying it.
No. That's a subtle version of a physical abuse. Like, because it could be a mistake when it happened the first time, as you
Right,
were explaining.
right.
But physical, like the dangerous
I
abuse is dangerous. Period.
listen, I wouldn't even use the word subtle because
No. But you are saying
Mm-hmm.
you're saying they have this type of relationship,
right.
And
Where we're going off where they
When you don't
interrupt
know,
things.
and then you're saying, babe, you know what, this wasn't, and then you realize the person realizes, okay, maybe I was a little bit too rough, so I won't
Mm-hmm.
do it again. So that's what I'm saying. That was like basically, a subtle thing. It was a mistake. It
Okay,
wasn't,
okay,
you know what I
okay,
mean?
okay.
But where it's not subtle though is when you're physically doing something to somebody, constantly hurting them physically,
Mm-hmm.
person bleeding, eyes swell, black and blue, and stuff like that. And you're telling somebody to just walk. Some people just don't walk away easily like that. Some people
Why?
are scared. Some people
Why?
are scared to walk away.
Why are they
I
scared?
don't know why some people are scared to walk away from a physical abusive
But
relationship. But
see-
some people are scared.
So-
some people are scared. Maybe if I walk away, he's gonna come and kill me, or
All right, all right.
blah, blah,
So
blah.
now we're getting
some people
somewhere.
are scared
Because-
because they're in this relationship so long. I gave my time and
Mm-hmm.
blah 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 to start over again. So some people stay in the abuse, and some people stay in it too because we have kids, we have all these things together,
All right,
blah blah
all right,
blah.
all right, I'm making record of those.
So some people stay in situations that they shouldn't be in because of circumstances, but it's not right.
All right.
They should walk away
So
regardless
this
of
is
the
my
abuse.
thing.
Abuse.
All right, so you brought up the point of it not being easy to walk away, right? Is it better to stay or to leave? If your life is seriously in danger and you feel like you're gonna die, just look at it as if I stay, I'm gonna die. Just even though it's not a definite, just look at it as a definite that I'm gonna die. If I leave, yes, it's gonna be tough, it's gonna be hard, but you have a greater chance of living, surviving, and then go on the road to a better life. You just have to look at it that way.
It's easier said than done though, because
But I'll just say, if you don't live to do, it's done. You understand? Because you say it's easier said than done. But then if you're allowed for the person, if you stay for the person to kill you, it's done.
But let me tell you, it's enough time. Let me tell you, enough time. Women make up their mind. I am leaving. I am done.
Let's set a checkpoint, right?
Yeah.
So you have been abused by this person for a year.
Like, guys,
Hold on.
Not me. Example.
For a year.
Yeah.
And throughout that year, just say he abused you once a week.
Yeah.
How much week in a year? 52 weeks, right? So he abused you 52 times. And for the 52 times, 51 times he said, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. So now we're at the 53rd time. And you're telling me that for the 53rd time, he says, sorry, I won't do it again. And you're going to say, give him the benefit of the doubt, that, hey, listen, probably he won't do it again. That's what you're saying.
No, listen, what I'm saying is it happens.
Mm-hmm.
No, it does
Multiple.
happen.
No. So the abuse happen because we have to understand.
I don't know
the
if somebody
situation.
sit around in something for a whole year, but I'm saying there are women like, and even in life, like movies that you watch, true stories, you'll see the women, they forgive and they forgive, and then sometimes if God forbid the worst happened, and you'll hear. She's always complaining about it, but why didn't she just walk away? You know what I mean? You hear these stories.
Yeah, I'm
It
following.
happens.
And what
But
you're saying is
what I'm saying is women shouldn't stay in abusive. I don't want you to think I'm telling them to stay.
No, right, I'm
Women
trying to
should
understand what you're
never-
saying.
Women should never stay, but I'm telling you, for some women, they find every reason to stay. For some people, it's not easy to walk away.
all right. So what do you do? What do you do in that sense?
What do I do?
No, yeah. So you're telling me that a person being abused over and over and over and over and over, and it's hard to walk away. What point are you making? What advice are you giving?
I think women should, if because they want to leave. Trust me, women, they want to leave.
Okay.
They should seek help to help them to get out of their situation, because staying in that abuse is going to lead to one thing, and it's
that's
death.
what I'm saying. That's the point I'm trying to make. Where in which
No, but you make it seem like it's easy for them. Leave it easy.
Johnny, I'm not saying go back. I never at one point said it's easy. What I'm saying is, if you've been abused more than once, twice, thrice, 10 times, 20 times, it have to come to a point where you say, enough is enough, and I'm going to make a move. But what you're rebutting is that, it's hard to make that move. I understand, but nothing in life is easy. The best, most crucial decisions we have to make are the hard ones.
Yeah.
And it comes to a point where you now have, as I gave you the scenario of the blue pill, red pill, where you have to now weigh the situation, weigh your life, weigh everything, and say, hey, it's a definite that I'm going to die staying here. So I'm going to die trying, meaning I'm going to get out. If I believe that he's going to kill me, he's going to have to catch me on the run. It's just that on the run, I have a head start, and I have a greater probability of living. As I said, and I think I was having this conversation with somebody recently, I don't remember who, but I was saying, run away as far as you can. There are options. Run away. Let's say we're in Connecticut. I try go to Miami. When I get to Miami, if people I know, if we have mutual friends and mutual connections, I'm cutting ties with those people. Because if I run away and then my friend is friend with him, and if I tell my friend that, hey, guess what, I got away and I'm in Miami, and I know that friend's going to tell him, go back to him and say, hey, guess what, she's in Miami, then you defeat the whole purpose. So it's about getting away, because no, this is life. What is more important than life? Nothing. So if my life means getting up, leave the state, I have to get rid of all those mutual friends. I have to cut, if you know that I go to a particular gym or wherever my information is, if I have to cut those off, I'm cutting those off. If worse come to worse, where I have to legally change my name,
you have to do.
I'm gonna do that to get away, because
to survive and live.
Remember, what you're dealing with is the fear of this person hunting you down and kill you. So what you're gonna do? Erase your trails, cut off certain things that will lead him to you. You get away. As I say, if you have to get rid of those friends, you get rid of those friends. If you have to change your name, change different things, do that to save your life.
Yeah. All right. So No abuse is good abuse. Mental, verbal, physical, emotional.
Yeah, we're saying no to
No to abuse. Period.
all
And
abuses.
I don't want people to think, even though we're talking about women being abused and stuff like that, men get abused too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it happens more often than we think. So no abuse abuse is a no no.
I think why like for men it hasn't been a big thing is because we are taught, to be strong, be tough, don't say it. So a lot of times, a lot of men are being abused, but one, they don't know that they're being abused because we build up that toughness to deflect it, or a lot of times they don't say it because it's an ego crushing thing. Imagine go saying, "Oh, my girlfriend abusing me," or people. If you go to your guys and say, people going to probably look at it, but I'm like, "Yo, yeah, man, what you mean?" You understand? So a lot of times that happens, and then, as they say, hurt people hurt people. So I think the first step towards eradicating abuse is love, in the sense where if we want men to protect women, we have to have good men to protect women. It's the same thing. If you're going to drive from here to New York, aren't you going to make sure your car have gas, the tire pressure is good, all of those stuff is good with the car before you make that journey, right? So if we want to have capable men to protect women, we have to make sure, like a car, it have gas. He has love. You fill him up with love, with affirmation, with knowing that, hey, guess what? I love you and I got your back. Because I'm telling you, as a man.
So me telling a man that I love him and I got his back will stop him from abusing me?
What I'm saying is, we're talking from the ground now.
Okay.
In preparing, in the sense where if me know that, hey, listen, she got me, I feel the love, then you're more inclined to give love. Because remember, for me, I feel like a lot of times, if a man is taught to be tough and rough and strong, that's going to be their technique towards a lot of stuff in life. So if they feel like they're not getting love or affection, they're going to react tough and rough. So a lot of times, like, I think men who abuse women they don't know what love is. They don't understand love.
I think they're insecure.
Right. Okay, you can add that to it.
Insecure.
So hold on. So what is the opposite of insecure? Secure, right? So it goes back to if my woman made me feel secure, in the sense where hold on, Janice.
Okay.
Janice, because we're trying to solve a problem. I'm a man.
Okay.
And I'm telling you,
man.
but you're trying to solve.
Feed your ego.
Yes, not the ego. No, not the ego.
No,
so what do you want? Hold on. So, can you drive to New York with a car with no gas, with an empty?
No.
Hold on. Can you drive to New York on a car with empty gas?
If I have a Tesla, yes.
You have a car with no gas, and you're going to say to the car that, hey, listen. You want me to fill you up with gas to take me to New York? I'm not filling you up with gas.
Neil, listen how it sound, though.
No, listen to what I'm saying as a guy. Because we're trying to solve a problem. You can't give an empty guy, a hurt guy, an insecure, because you brought up the word insecurity.
If he's empty, hurt, and insecure, even if you work on himself before I'm getting into a relationship with somebody.
Good.
Because I cannot. Listen to me.
Hold on.
I'm not responsible. Right? For you have to love yourself for me to love you.
Janice, what is a relationship?
You have to secure yourself before I can secure you.
Hold on. The point is, what is a relationship?
Two people come together, right?
Right.
But this is my
A
thing,
cup.
Neil.
So give me 2 cups. One pour in one, one pour in one, one pour in one, one pour in one.
If you enter the relationship with me and you're insecure, you don't
That,
know
that's
what
before.
love is.
That's Janice.
into the-
That's not what we're talking about.
No, but you're telling me if I have to feed
What's
your
my-
insecure, like I have to remind you
So Janice,
of everything.
Janice, what is love? What is
You
love?
said love.
You see, so this is my thing. So you are telling me, put it this way, you are telling me that I should love you. Say a nice thing. Your hair is beautiful. You are beautiful.
Yeah.
Your lips are beautiful.
Yeah.
You're a great woman.
Yeah.
You're a strong woman.
Yeah.
Argument done. And you're saying you can't do that to me because you're not supposed to do that.
No, I'm not saying I can't do that. You know, you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. If you're telling me, Janice, you're beautiful, you're strong, you're sexy, you're fine, you're this, but deep down inside, I am so insecure with myself, and I don't believe shit you're telling me. You telling me that not gonna do nothing.
So we don't need to
me.
be in a relationship.
No. What I'm
we
saying,
don't need to be in a
but
relationship.
this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, before you enter, because
That's your problem. Because remember, hold on.
it's your problem too.
So
if you come in a relationship,
But we're
with
both
me,
empty.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to work on yourself first before you go in a relationship with somebody, depending on
But
them
Jenny-
to love you
but
and
Jenny-
depending on them to make you feel safe and secure. You feel safe and secure and
But you're
loved
talking about two
when
empty
you are
people.
ready.
You're talking about two empty
But two
people.
empty people shouldn't be together.
So the point is, that's what I'm saying.
But Nia, I'm not responsible I'm not responsible for your emotions.
I'm not
because
responsible for yours either.
I can listen.
So then we're not supposed to be together.
No, listen. I can feed your ego, right? I can feed your
It's
ego.
not about ego.
No. Okay. I can tell you I love you. I can encourage you, affirm you every day, Neo, and you still abuse me. You understand?
Janice, so you leave.
But listen now. But if you start a relationship, Neo, and you come in a relationship, you are confident, you already love yourself, so you're not depending on my love.
Right. It's not
Right?
about take out the word
But
depending.
listen,
If it's a
let me
relationship, we
finish.
can't.
Let me talk. Because in order for me to love you, or anybody to love you, Neo, you have to first love yourself.
Correct.
To receive that love.
Correct.
In order for me to make you feel safe and secure, you yourself have to feel safe and secure within yourself.
Right.
Because when you're insecure, you do things that you don't even, a secure person wouldn't do.
That's correct.
And because you're already secure and because you already have that love for yourself and you're ready to receive love, we can be in a relationship. But if you're not ready for me to give you love, if
Right.
you're not ready to receive my security, if you're not ready for all those affirmations from
Right,
me, Neo,
right.
you're not going to receive it and you're going to still abuse me.
So the point I'm trying to make, I get everything you're saying. But the point I was making is if we're both in a relationship,
Yes.
right? What is our aim? Our aim is to have a great structural, secure,
Solid.
nice relationship. So all I'm saying is one hand wash the other. So, let me talk. You finish talking. What I'm saying is we are both human. Just put it this way. We are both human beings despite the gender.
Yes.
So therefore, that's why I use the analogy of the car. Because if you're going to New York with your car, you're going to make sure it has gas. Because you need, from Connecticut to New York, you need at least half tank of gas. So, what I was saying to counteract the abuse, because this takes no money out of your pocket or anything. If you have, I'm talking about your investment, because it's an investment.
Yeah.
Your investment. If I want to be loved, taken care, I'm not saying it's your responsibility, but it's making the necessary provisions in the sense where if I want my man to love me, say nice things to me, take care of me, I'm gonna fill him up.
And that will stop him from abusing me.
I'm not
Or
saying no.
stop the abuse.
I'm not saying it's stopping.
Okay.
What I'm saying is it is a step. It is because you made a point earlier about the parents and the home providing.
Yes, it starts from the home.
Right. So no. When you're out the home and as adults, remember, a relationship is not okay. Then these are your responsibilities. These are my responsibilities. I will do this. You do this. I won't do this. No. As I said, investment meaning if I'm getting into a relationship with you, my aim is not to say I'm going to be with Janice for 6 months and then I'm going to cut. My thing is it's going to be the meter is running. So hold on, let me finish. So my aim is I'm going to be with Janice and my aim is to as long as it lasts. So therefore, if I want, it's the same thing with a car. If you buy your Mercedes-Benz and you realize that, hey, listen, I want this car to save me for the next 10 years. You're going to make sure you put premium gas in it instead of regular gas. You're going to make sure you go to Mercedes-Benz dealer to service it instead of going to the gas station. So it's the same thing. If you have a guy, I'm going to tell him that, hey, honey, or hey, king, as we do nowadays.
Okay.
Janice, don't
King.
do that.
King.
Because
I don't say king. I say babe. I say honey.
hey,
I say
babe,
my love.
you look handsome today. Hey, babe, I love you.
But
Hey, hold on, let me finish. Hey, babe, you know, I appreciate all the good things you do for me. You know what? Hearing that, I'm gonna be like,
make your chest puff up.
yeah, I feel
Yes,
good.
my woman love me.
I
to
feel
bed.
good. And you know, with that motivation, now I'm gonna be like, you know what? Not even water can splash on her today. I'm gonna protect her. I'm gonna take care of her. I'm gonna show her love. It's motivation. It is motivation. Why you feel that you can't motivate your guy or show him love so that, because then my thing is this, and I'm going to use the 2 cup again. If we both start off with half cup of water, Zine, we start off with half cup of water,
Yeah, me hear you.
and every day I'm pouring. Look, you're not pouring nothing. You're just receiving the water, receiving, and then it reach a point where now my cup is empty and your cup is full.
Yeah.
So my emptiness can now be insecurity, lack of love, lack of affection. And now, guess what? I pour my half cup of water in your cup. Now make your cup full and mine is empty. Now I feel insecure. You're going to tell me that, hey, listen, go sort out your insecurity. Because you're insecure. But what I'm saying is, I pour a little today, you pour a little today.
Sir.
I pour a little tomorrow.
Listen.
We both pour. We're in which? Hold on, and I'm going to finish with this. We both pour so that even a year after we're pouring every year, both of us cups still have half cup of water. Because you know what? We keep pouring.
Yeah, I hear that, Neo. But listen, that wasn't the point, though. I get you because me love when my man comfortable. Me love when my man
Janice,
happy.
every time when I say call King, and you're like, King, I'm not. No,
No, I never say I'm not calling.
Where
but
it's
no,
reality,
but Neo,
and-
I don't call.
but
I
then-
don't call my man king.
No, I'm just giving an example. But the
I
point
say
I'm trying to
babe,
make
but
is
but Neo, what you ask me, man, we're talking about abuse. So I'm trying to say to you, if I do all of those things, is that going to stop the abuse? That's why.
if it doesn't, no, that I'm not. But then the point is, if you do,
And
all right.
doing all that, the man can still.
So this is the
abuse
thing.
you.
If you do all of that, that means you've done your part. So if you've done your part and he's still abusive, now you're realizing that you're wasting your time and it's time to go.
Yeah, but what you're telling me is that okay, women, in order for you not to get abused.
And no, Janice, don't do that.
I saw it sound.
So what I'm saying is, to prevent, because we're taking preventative measures, is the same thing. If they say take this birth control to prevent getting pregnancy, They're not saying that, yo, listen, it's 100% effective that you
Yeah.
won't get pregnant. Some people have taken birth control and get pregnant, right?
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying is, you doing that don't give you 100% immunity to being abused, but it is a step to cause it not to happen. So, if you do all of that, because it's the same thing. If you take a certain birth control all the time and you get pregnant, you're gonna stop taking it, right?
Yes.
Same thing.
But Neil,
If you fill him up and you still keep getting abused, then you stop.
But
you
I think
walk away.
I think the part of me I like is like it sound. I think you should say if we fill up each other.
I've been saying that. I use the example of the 2 cups.
Yeah, but that's when it start get eaten.
No, Johnny, I said that from the beginning. I said giving each other.
All right, so listen to this. Listen to this. I'm not responsible for your happiness. You're not responsible for my happiness. You're supposed to be happy. I'm supposed to be happy, and together our happiness come together.
I don't
Right?
agree with that 100%.
Listen,
I don't agree with
let
that.
me finish that now.
Okay. I'm just saying I don't agree.
Because if me meet you out a road and we start dating whatever, and you're
What is
very-
what is the starting point?
what do you mean?
So we meet. I'm happy and you're happy.
Yes.
Okay, good.
We meet and I'm happy and you're happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're already happy now by yourself over there. So
Mm-hmm.
me happy over here. So and we come together and we realize, you know what? Wow, we share so much in common or whatever. This can be like a solid relationship.
Yeah.
Together,
Right.
we're gonna be happy, right? So listen, and within that relationship now that we're gonna start, you affirm me, I affirm
Yeah.
you. I mean, we're going to disagree because that's just like we're human. We're going to disagree. But
Correct.
that makes a healthy and beautiful relationship. But if I meet you out a road, Nia, and you are very insecure and you are empty shell, you're miserable,
Walk
you're
away.
unhappy.
Don't even start a relationship.
But not everybody do that.
But Janice,
But I'm being realistic, you know.
but you're being realistic, but at the same time downing my point,
I'm not downing your point, but I'm just saying.
because the thing
But-
about
but-
it is,
listen on me. Let me finish that. Let me
Janice.
finish. Let me finish, please.
Finish,
Let me
finish,
finish.
finish.
Me meet you out a road. You're miserable. You're unhappy. Because some people put their best foot forward when they're meeting somebody. So I don't know you're miserable and unhappy. You know.
but Janice, you just said you meet somebody
No, you meet
and
somebody-
they're miserable
Yeah.
and
you know,
unhappy.
You know, let me talk. Finish though. Let me finish now. Let me finish. Because if you keep cutting me out, it's like my brain a go.
No, but Janice, you're
You
going
meet me out
around
a
the block.
road,
Are we still nowhere?
You meet me out a road. You're miserable. You're unhappy. I'm this happy, bubbly person.
And you know
positive.
that I'm miserable and unhappy.
No.
Okay.
Let me finish
Okay.
talk.
No,
You put
no,
on a
I'm no.
face.
We're
Okay.
just making
Okay,
checks.
Okay.
Because we have
You
to check
put
off
on a
things.
happy face. Me thinks that you are
Okay.
secure.
Right.
You know, have no insecure. Everybody have insecure. You're not. You're not like that. You're not this overly jealous person. You just put on this big front, and we start date, and we're date. Then we get serious into a relationship. No, your insecurities start come forward and your miserability start come forward because I'm talking to people like me and you, we're best friends. Some guys can handle us being best friends and whatever.
Okay,
And
can I
then
stop you
all
just to
those
make another check?
things- Yes.
All right. So we're making a check now. So now he pretended to be happy and
Yes.
secure.
Yes.
Now you realize that shit.
Yeah. After we in a one serious relationship.
He was
now,
lying.
Yeah.
Happy, and so
Yeah.
now is now is damage control.
Yeah. So no, at this point, Neo,
You
I
go-
can't
No, no.
pour into this guy.
No,
Oh
it's
my
not about
God,
pouring
I
now.
love
Hold
you.
on.
You're-
That's how it's. So now it's not about pouring now. It's now about what changed. What's the problem now?
Yeah.
So I'm not telling you to pour then. I'm now saying you go to him and say, hey, what happened? When we met, you were happy and secure. All of a sudden, you're not. What changed? What went wrong?
Yeah. So that's my point.
So now you realize now that, okay, then if we're going to follow the same scenario and be true to it,
Yeah.
no, he was like, you know what? I wasn't really happy
When you met me.
and secure. I just put on that front so I could get you. Now, him being that, no, you be like,
You're a liar.
I'm not, you don't pour nothing into that. I'm not telling you to pour into that. No, you said to him that, hey, listen, no. Well, because right there and then, you're not compatible. because he's not happy and secure. And in that case, you are right. You can't, you're not, because then you're now pouring to fix something that was broken, which you didn't know. So now we be like, no, we can't. When I said pour,
Okay.
so I get your
So
point.
that's why I get that little
Good.
bit.
Okay, so I understand that.
Exactly.
So now back to my point that I was making. In the sense where, if I'm going to put it this way. If we realize that we have a problem in our community, our black community, that we get a lot of men that are damaged, don't understand love, don't show love. And we have a guy, you now have a guy, and he knows how to show love and all that stuff. But remember, you are aware of the community and how we are. So what I'm saying is to now keep everything on track. Because now we're in a situation, the guy is happy for real.
Yeah.
He's secure for real.
Yeah.
You're happy for real. You're secure for real. Now, this is where I say we are 50% responsible for each other's happiness.
Yeah.
Because the same way I'm responsible to protect you,
Yeah.
I'm responsible to make sure I open the door for you, make sure all of those stuff. We're responsible for each other's happiness. So if we're not, then why are we? When I say responsible, meaning, no, I'm going to pour. I'm going to tell you.
You're going to add to my happiness.
Right.
You're going to make it better.
Because I'm saying 50-50 response, because a union, there's responsibility.
Yes.
I hate the fact that people want to join union and take out responsibility.
But you understand what me I said?
I understand.
When me say I'm not responsible
No,
for
I
your
get that,
happiness.
because
Okay.
you explained to me that
Okay.
he wasn't happy initially,
Okay.
which I said, no, you're not. But I'm not. It's the same thing. If you take a loan from a bank, you go tell me that you're not responsible for paying it back. You are
I'm
responsible.
for the loan,
Same
but
thing.
all the loan and the
In the sense where you now have a union. If we're happy and you want to keep it happy, you pay into it. We both
pour into each
equally
other.
pay
Yes.
into it. So it came back to the point where I say, you lift me up. You tell me I love you. You're
Vice
handsome.
versa.
I achieved something. I'm proud of you. Then I'm gonna tell you that you're. No, even though I will tell you before. No, I'm even more motivated to go the extra mile. In which, instead of telling you that I love you, I feel so good today. I go buy 10 bundles of roses and bring to you. So what I'm saying is, you giving him 20% more will allow him to give you 40% more.
Vice versa.
Right, but what I'm saying is, with a man and woman, because I really don't want you to lose track of what I'm saying, is, yes, you give me 20% extra, like, you're handsome, you're beautiful,
Yeah.
you're a great person.
Yeah.
And I normally tell you, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, but because now I feel more secure
Yeah.
and affirmed,
Yeah.
I'm going to add to telling you you're beautiful, protect you by now buying you 10 bundles of roses. I make sure, the bedroom is clean. So when you come home, it's just giving extra. I'm just saying, for guys, you pour into them, they'll give you more. And it's about understanding that we need each other, and we have to give each other. So back to abuse, where, as I said, it was more of a preventative measure, where if we know that there's a possibility, I'm not saying that the guy is abusive. If you know that, you give more. But in the sense where, if he is abusive, you can't keep pouring into something, because we're going back to the point where you say it's not easy to leave. But why are you going to keep staying and taking and pour in, because you're pouring in but still giving me the excuse to
Yeah.
say, oh, it's hard to leave.
I don't know why women stay because I've never been in that
We
position.
will never know.
We will never
But
know because there's many
as
reasons why women stay. They shouldn't stay in an abusive relationship. No one should
No
stay
one
in an
should.
abusive relationship.
but the point is, what I'm trying to make is, if you stay, if you cry for help and people try to help you and all of that stuff, and you still come up with an excuse that it's hard to leave, I can't leave, I don't want to leave. What are we? I can't hold your hand
There's nothing
and
we
drag
can
you
do
and
at
drag
that
you out.
point.
So it comes back to the point in which you have to know, you have to reach a point where you say enough is enough,
Yeah.
and there's time for a change.
Yeah, don't feed abusive relationship, guys. Just end it and move on. It's hard, but try to move on because there's happiness out there outside of your situation. Trust me. There is so much. Your right person is out there. You're staying in a toxic situation, hoping it will get better, that it will never get
will
better.
never get
Okay? Your right person is out there. Everybody on earth is made for somebody, and that somebody is not abusive.
Okay. So we'll wrap up by saying, I'll wrap up, and then you will wrap up by saying, abuse is wrong.
Yeah.
If you're in an abusive relationship, my first point was, first communicate it to your partner or your abuser to say, hey, listen, I don't like this. Whether it be physical, mental, emotional. Once you realize that you're being abused, say something
Yeah.
so that you have a check mark of, not now you're taking notes of everything. You say something. Because, just speaking of understanding, it can people think, no, it can, because if I really love you, and this is the important part. Sometimes we think a person really loves us, but they don't. You have to first, as you say, love yourself first. Understand love, understand what you want, what love is to you, and what you're looking for. So, if I abuse you and I say I love you, and you're like, nah, this don't feel like love to me. This don't look like love to me. And you make the person aware of it, and they don't change, and then do it once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. Okay, at 5 times, there's no more. No, I can't leave. You have to leave. But I know for a lot of people, it's hard to leave because they have no other financial means, or they build like that person's family has become now their family. Yes, the financial family, you might have kids together, but as I said, you now have to wait. Is it better holding on to those family I've made, all that money he's giving me, and still I'm possibly losing my life? Or is it better to give up all that, move on? You have a chance of starting over, starting fresh, and be happy and alive. You have to weigh that. And guys, listen, it's simple. There's only two sides you can be on, life or death. If you love life, you have to go. If you're looking for death, then you're going to stay, which I don't want you to do. But you always have to look on life, look on happiness. Yourself, love yourself, because a lot of time it's hard to leave because they don't love themselves and they don't know what love is. So you first have to understand that. And before you enter a relationship, know what love is. Love yourself. Know what you want. So that if when you go in and realize that what you're getting is not what you want, that's a alarm go off. Go. I have to go.
Yeah.
And if you're in an abusive relationship and it's hard to get out, get help.
Yeah.
Get help. Secretly, if you have to call a hotline, call your friend, call people, let people know what's going on. At least let people know what's going on so that they can have their antennas up and check up on you. And if, say, they can't get you, then they know what to do. Is either they come look for you get the police come look for you, get help to come look for you. At least let people know what's going on so that they, in the sense where you can't speak for yourself or protect yourself, then other people can now pick up and protect you and speak up for you. Do that. And my final point, guys, come on. It make you less of a man abusing a woman.
Yes.
If you feel like it make you more of a man, you're wrong.
It's not sexy, it's not cute, and it's not attractive.
It make
No
you
woman is
less
attracted to
because
abuse.
it's like we're built physically stronger. Women are built gentle and softer. There is no ego or macho-ness or, anything fulfilling about beating up on somebody that's softer than you. No. If you have anger, or go to the gym, do boxing, punch bags, go to the gym, get that energy out somewhere else. But for a woman, you have your woman, because a lot of guys, you have your car. You won't go beat up your car and all
I
that stuff,
think-
and it's an inanimate object. If you have a woman who is loving and caring and really loves you, treat her well. Now, the other side of that is if you have a woman who don't love you, treat you well, make you feel less of a man, I'm going to give you the same advice. Leave. Because if your reason for abusing them is because you're not getting love, I'm going to give both persons same advice. If you're not getting love from a woman, leave. Don't stay and beat her up. That's it for me.
If you're not happy in a relationship, before you take out your unhappiness on somebody else, just walk away. You can always find a better person. But if you're an abusive person, I advise you strongly to go seek help, go to anger management, because if it's not her, it's another person.
True.
Go seek help yourself, work on yourself before you get into a relationship with somebody's child. Because at the end of the day, that's somebody's child.
Right.
And if you are in a relationship with an abusive man or woman, exit immediately. There is no fixing abuse. Abuse is abuse. If a person is abusive, they're never going to change. They will say sorry today, and it will ease for a month, and it will resume again. So exit. As I said before prior, your person that will love you gently and love you the way you want to be loved is out there.
I agree.
And it also starts with you loving yourself enough to walk away, because you have to really hate yourself
But not wanting to walk away.
to not wanting
Good point.
to walk away and wanting love. Love you enough. Don't care about the other person. They will figure it out. Love you enough to walk away and find your happiness. And if your happiness is being by yourself, work on you first as well. Because when you're in an abusive relationship, that's all you know now. So work on being happy. Work on loving you, loving yourself. Put the work in before you go into another relationship, because
Amen.
you will get triggered. The first sign
Amen.
of something, you're going to think the person is abusing
Agree.
you. I appreciate this session with you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, help us grow, build up the subscription, subscribers.
Yep. Thank you guys for sitting us. I know this was a very heated and big topic, but it's important, and
You know,
we have
actually
to-
like
we-
it though, like this.
we have to love.
Conversation.
At the end of the day, we love each other. We're all we got. We only have one human species. I don't know about aliens. I've never seen any, and I don't care to wait to see. But human beings is what we have. We only have two set of human beings: male and woman, male and female.
Hello.
No,
2022.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not saying that you have other people. But what I'm saying, what was made is when two persons are born, they're born with two opposite. You have one that born with a penis, one born with a vagina. That's what I mean. After that, people kind of sort out where they want to be. But what I'm saying is, we're human beings. This is what we have. We have to love each other. Put gender aside. That's what you're saying. That's what I'm saying now. Put gender aside. Don't say, oh, I love her because she's a woman. Or I'm going to say, are you going to say, oh, I love him because he's a man? No. Love the person because they're a human being and we all deserve love, and love makes the world go round. So, love. And if you can't love, step away. Go take time with yourself, find what love is to you, what you're looking for, and then you can step back in the ring. But in that case, step out, and with that, peace out.
Peace out.